told her, don't get any closer. I done told you, now you know that. And my heart can't get no colder. It's forever, I'm alone.
Okay,
100,
sorted.
man. Cool.
So how you feeling, Silver?
It's not a bad day. I woke up quite excited. I had an early start today though. I had a few errands to run, but otherwise not too bad. And yourself?
It's quite hot. Yeah, so woke up quite late. I need to invest in a aircon for my flat.
An aircon.
It's crazy hot. Hopefully,
it has been quite hot.
the weather's gonna die down as the year progresses. But yeah, it's summertime, so you can't really expect anything less, to be honest.
Yeah, it's Durban. It's Durban.
Durban.
All around summer, all year.
All around summer, weather doesn't really change.
Okay, so let's jump into it. So what's happening today is it's the first time we are recording with the cameras as well.
Yeah.
So we're trying something new here. It was the original plan to have cameras. Unfortunately, for some reason, with the one camera, we're having a bit of issues, and it's only recording for 20 minutes. So we're going to keep this one a bit more short, but we're going to
jam-pack it.
We're going to prioritize the content.
100%,
you know what I mean?
but we can do that.
And this is probably also the first one we're going to be showing people, like in general.
Yeah, this one we're probably going to post.
This is the one that's, yeah.
Yeah, we've done a few practice rounds.
Yeah, we've done 3 other ones.
They've
if you want
gone
to go
very
check
well.
those out.
It takes a while to get into it, but I mean, practice makes perfect. We're far from perfect, but I mean, it's cool. It's a journey. We'll get there. It's baby steps. So yeah.
It was quite a bit of technical difficulty in the beginning as well. That was quite a mission.
It was a bit of a mission, but we'll
And
sort
now
it out.
another bit of technical difficulty over here. My notes are not popping up. Anyway, so what I want to start with, I don't know if you noticed, but my eye is a little bruised.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into the details. There's no flops or whatever. I understand people get drunk. They do dumb things. We've all been in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to open up with a topic about what you can do when you get hit and the legalities behind it, and maybe a bit of a past stories. I'm not actually a fighter. I'd say Colvin's been in one or two.
No, but that's not.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
an awkward position to be in.
It's an awkward position.
It is, and I mean, I've been in 2 fights in my life. This is the first one I can remember. The other one's a bit of a blur.
Yeah.
Actually, a complete blackout, to be honest.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it was quite a mess up. This whole fight, a lot of stress. You know, it's Durban. But anyway, so from what I've read now,
yeah,
because I mean, it's kind of a tough way to go about this, because I mean, now if there is a future confrontation, so say you have a fight with someone.
Yes.
If you ever get in a fight with someone, you know, it usually happens more than once, especially here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's 2 ways you can go about it. I really think is like you fight it out till it just fizzles out.
Yes.
Or I was thinking of something, I don't know, I was thinking about it, but it's not as manly a way to go about it. But I feel like I'm not a kid anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to engage in this, like, back and forth.
No,
like,
it's
if
not
you come
worth the-
and you hit me or something, you know what I mean? Like, if someone's harassing you or something like that, I would take legal action.
But that's also your personality, though. Silver's always been that type of person. You've always just been like, I will take legal action. You just always been like that. You're not.
You know what I mean? I'm not a fighter.
I'm
or
not a
anything.
fighter either.
Not saying I'm undergoing any legal action at the moment. I just wanted to read up about it and see what it's all about.
Did you look up any information, any fun facts? I know that you did a few little bit of research.
So basically, what I've seen now is there's like 2 categories, 2 ways to go about it. So there is assault, and there's assault with intent to do grievous bodily harm.
Yeah.
So the one, grievous bodily harm, that's jail time.
Yes.
But how that works is it's generally when there's a weapon involved.
Okay.
Or there's obviously grievous bodily harm.
Yeah.
And then there's assault. And assault can be classified as intimidating a person, harassing a person, threatening a person. And obviously, just like your average fist fight would be classified
verbally intimidating
as an assault. Yeah, verbally as well. You can press charges.
Okay.
And that usually it ends up with like a fine.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's like medical expenses, you can get the medical expenses.
Also,
paid.
I know that some professional fighters and stuff like that, they have to go and put their hands down and classify it as a weapon. If you are...
Yeah, I heard about Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson had to
do
actually go and put his hands down as and classify
Yeah,
as
well,
a
I
weapon.
mean, dude, he could
'Cause he'll
probably do
kill
more
someone.
damage with his fist
And
than I
he'll
could
get
with
in
a
trouble
knife.
no matter what the situation is. If he hits someone, he will go to jail for that, or there'll be legal
Or he'll cause
charges
grievous bodily harm.
because.
But that's the thing. The court, I actually got it here, is the court will look at whether or not he or she truly believed that harm to his or her person was an immediate threat. So you know what I mean. So you can't just like if you, like I got punched once last night. I can't go now and say, yeah, this guy had like, you know what I mean, because it never happened. So I can't
Also,
say.
you didn't really see it coming, so
Yeah, but-
you can't really. It's not like you.
Yeah, I'm not saying I
almost-
would do anything, but I'm
No.
just saying like I just thought it was an interesting topic to bring
talk
up,
about.
see what you could do. But I mean, obviously, like now, legal action, that sort of thing, probably a bit frowned upon. But I'm not
Yeah.
a kid anymore, so
No,
I don't
at the end
care.
of the day, you can't. It's not the route that you want to take. You rather.
Last resort.
It's also it's a bit of a scummy
I
thing
wouldn't call
too.
it scummy. I'll just say it's But
I don't
anyway,
know. It's not for me. It's not really for me. Unless someone hits me, I'm not gonna.
I'd
do
say,
it.
but if you're in a serious like, have you seen like there's a few videos where guys are put in serious conditions. I mean, outside Tiger,
Yeah.
a couple of years back, a guy was murdered.
But people also, when there's alcohol involved, people
Yeah,
don't
that's
know how to
that's a
control
big
themselves.
factor. Like I feel
It
like
is.
I've got no harm, no foul, because I mean he was intoxicated. He was I'm talking about my fights, but I mean no harm, no foul, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I want to flick through the topics quite quickly today,
100%.
just because we got 20 minutes really to pump this out.
Pump this out.
Another thing I came across, I can't remember why I was actually thinking about it, because we
Yeah.
discussed it a bit last week, the topic of beggars. Okay, in South Africa.
Okay.
And I got quite a few interesting facts for you over here.
Bring them forth.
Okay, so there's an organization called the Helping Hand.
Okay, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's called the Helping Hand, and they have to do with, with people less
Put
fortunate.
in those situations.
And on average, the beggars reported that they interviewed received 1,263 rand a day
a day.
on average.
A day.
And that 80%, between 80% and 90% of those living on the streets were drug addicts.
Oh, really?
So basically, if you're giving money to a beggar, you got an 80 to 90% chance you fueling
Their
drug addiction
their
based on
addiction.
these statistics. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's also a large amount of money if you think about that during the course of
1,200
a
rand
week.
a day. Yeah.
A week. That's about 11
I
grand
mean,
a week.
isn't there's a story of a beggar in town. He begs on the corner of a building where he owns a flat.
Remember you saying something about that. That's crazy though. But
This is in Durban town.
that's crazy.
Indian guy.
That is absolutely crazy.
Well, I mean, bro, if they're earning 1,200 rand a day, you're not paying tax on that.
yeah, but it's not.
You're out there every day.
It's a cumbersome process though. It will.
It's degrading,
Yeah,
but
it's
the
very
interesting
degrading as
thing
well.
was here. I want to quote you. Furthermore, one or two of the beggars who did accept work had quit almost immediately, sometimes within a few days, and started begging again, because they found the work that they had to do degrading, and they beggars
compared to what they were doing.
compared to what they're doing. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. Another
That's a
interesting
weird
thing
concept.
was. 57% of the beggars weren't married. 31% were married. 12% were divorced.
Divorce is also quite
Yeah.
expensive.
And then 63% belonged to a church.
Okay.
That's a bit of a...
That's a bit of a.
You know what I mean? I didn't-
Yeah.
It is a
Also,
little
you
strange.
you have to look a certain way to even get into the church. You know what I mean? You can't just be walking
Yeah.
with rags and stuff on you. I mean, the church has to.
Well, I mean, like our church as well is a car guard. I mean, we've also spoken about this. South Africa is the only country in the
With
world
car guards,
with car
yes.
guards.
Yeah.
But we have like a donation box
For him in
for
the
him
church.
in the church.
Okay.
So you don't give him money outside. You give him a donation box.
But does he know that?
Yes.
Because we've also
Yes.
spoken on the topic how car guards get quite annoyed if you don't tip them. But the thing is, if you've only been in the shops for 2 minutes and you come out, or if you said you've been sitting in your car, it's a completely different situation.
Different situation. Like
Yeah,
you're not
so-
protecting my car. If I'm in
Yeah,
my
if I'm
car,
sitting in the car.
I can see my
But
car kind of thing.
yeah, it's a bit of a sticky situation. But that's pretty cool that the church would help him out like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I also wanted to talk about. Did you happen to watch Joe Rogan versus talked to Mike Tyson on
Mike
his
Tyson.
podcast.
I watched a bit. Mike Tyson was very open. Which was quite very self-reflecting.
He was. I was
cool
expecting him to be a bit more uptight, and he's more he guards himself a little bit just because of the questions that he gets asked and the lifestyle that he lived. But no, he was. I think him and Joe Rogan hit off like nicely.
Yeah, even Joe Rogan put a post out afterwards.
Yeah.
And then said like. He doesn't usually say that, but it was like a great interview with. Like,
and no, it was a good interview. They flowed off each other very nicely.
Also, both fighters, same.
Yeah, Joe Rogan also talked about how he used to fight in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and stuff like that. But it's just crazy to just think about the lifestyle that Mike Tyson lived.
And he's
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is madness. I mean, if you think about it, he went from $300 million to $10 million in debt.
It's crazy. I think his net worth is probably sitting on $4 million now. He's
come back a bit, but I mean, there were stories of him going out to a club, getting drunk, and buying each one of the friends in his posse a Bentley.
Yeah.
He bought like 7 Bentleys.
That's crazy.
In like one night, if you think about that.
I remember him saying in the podcast that Bentley was at that time was about 230 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a license, and he was driving around with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend hit some guy, and because they didn't have a license or whatever and broke the guy's arm, he just gave the guy the Bentley. He said, "Please, like, we don't want any trouble. Here's the Bentley."
Serious.
But then he says that he phoned him the next day and said, "If you don't bring my Bentley back, I'm gonna fuck you up." So
he was actually he was quite an intimidating guy as well. If you look at his past interviews, he didn't take shit.
He was crazy. He was built like a monster. But no, he was cool. He spoke very well. Still got a little bit of a lisp, but I mean, that's what you get when you get hit in the head now and then.
Yeah, that's better than flipping Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
I was also was thinking his tattoo. How sore would that tattoo be to get on your face?
Painful.
Especially around your eye here. Must be very painful.
I don't know. What stage did he get that tattoo?
I don't know.
He must have been in his.
I think it was his late career when
when the drugs and the drinking.
Because I mean, I guess he didn't feel it. It's so numb. He also said that he hated boxing just because he was driven by so much fear. Like they almost made him like into a monster because when he got in the ring, he just wanted to hurt the person.